All right. We're going to do a homework help video. I'm going to do a homework help video for you. A couple of you said you needed help with some of these, so I'm going to help you with some of those. Let me pull out my homework notebook so I can copy and answer some of those questions that you said you had on Monday. Okay. All right. So I'm going to write Monday here, and we're going to do some of the problems from Monday. We got number 26. We have 8n minus 6 times 5 negative 5n minus 3 is equal to 18 plus 7n. First thing is distributive property. We're going to multiply this negative 6 times both numbers in the parentheses. This is going to give us 8n. A negative times a negative is a positive. We have 30n here. A negative times a negative is going to give us another positive, 18. Bring down the equal sign. Bring everything else down on the opposite side of the equal sign. Now we're going to combine like terms separately on each side. Over here, we can combine these two terms together. And then there's nothing, these terms aren't alike, so we cannot combine anything on the opposite side of the equal sign. So this will give us 38n plus 18. And we will continue to bring the other side down. Now we're going to move the variables to the same side. This is a smaller term, so I'm going to subtract 7n. This is going to give us 31n plus 18 is equal to, and then here we got 18. In order to get or isolate n, we're going to move this positive 18 by subtracting 18 on both sides. And this is going to give us 31 here. N is equal to 0. To get n by itself, we're going to divide both sides by 31. And this is going to give me n is equal to 0 over 31 is 0. So the answer for number 26, this one right here, is 0. Okay? Please make sure you show your work. The other one you needed help with, you said, was 29. Someone asked me about 29, so let me do 29. For number 29, you have 1 plus 8p minus 4p plus 5 is equal to 2 parentheses p minus 3, and then you have minus 2 parentheses p minus 2. Okay? First thing is distributive property. That's what you do first. Go back and look at your notes. It's distributive property when we're solving equations. Okay? Move this cursor out the way. So here we have distributive property twice. We have positive 2. We're going to multiply it by both numbers in the parentheses. And negative 2 is going to be multiplied by both numbers in the parentheses. Bring everything down on this side of the equal sign. We're not doing anything yet. We're going to do distributive property first. 2, positive 2 times p is 2p. Positive 2 times a negative 3 is negative 6. Negative 2 times p is negative 2p. Negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4. A negative times a negative is a positive. Okay? Now we're going to combine like terms on each side. So that means we're going to combine these two together and this together. So when we combine 8p minus 4p, that gives us 4p. When we combine 1 plus 5, that gives us 6. Okay? I'm going to move this over some. 4p plus 6. Here, we're going to combine negative 2p and p together. Negative 2p minus 2p is 0. So we just have negative 6 plus a positive 4, which is negative 2. Now we're going to isolate p by getting rid of this 6. This is a positive 6, so we're going to subtract 6 on both sides. This is gone, and we're left with 4p. Bring down the equal sign, and this gives us a negative 8. We're going to divide both sides by this 4, because the operation between this p and 4 and p, is multiplication. The opposite of multiplication is division. So we're going to divide both sides by a positive 4, and that's going to give us p is equal to a negative 2. Okay. So that's number 29. Yes. All right. So let's look at, I think those were the ones that you needed. I think somebody said 28. So let me go back and do 28. 8 parentheses x minus 6 is equal to a negative, oops, I'm already distributing here, negative x plus 3. Okay? All right. It's supposed to be in parentheses. Distributive property goes first. We're going to multiply 8 times both numbers in the parentheses and a negative times both numbers in the parentheses. 8 times x is 8x. 8 times a negative 6 is negative 48. Negative times a positive 1 is negative 1x, or I'm going to just put it x, okay? We know it's there. This is going to make this negative 3. Now we're going to move the variables to the same side. So I'm going to add x to both sides. This is 1x actually. So that's going to give me 9x minus 48. Bring down the equal. This is gone because this is 0, and we're left with negative 3. We're isolating x. Remember, in order to isolate x, to get x by itself, we got to move this first. So we're going to add 48 to both sides. 9x is left on this side because this is 0. Bring down the equal. And here this gives us 45. When we divide both sides by 9, we get x is equal to 5. Okay? All right, and this is homework help for Monday.